Yo! In this video, I go over the top 10 worst Loomian designs, and these designs should get a redesign in future updates. The music is by RXPP or Ray, which is the developer for Loomian Legacy that makes all the music, so go check out the music. Let's just get straight into the video. These Loomians I'm about to show you are just hideous in my opinion. Some are okay, like the first few are actually okay, but just could be cooler. But some of these I just really hate and they're really ugly in my opinion, and I think they should be changed. And just a disclaimer before this video starts, I'm going to try and persuade you why these designs are really bad, so I don't really mean any of it. It's more of just looking at what's bad about it and how it's not perfect in the game. I don't hate Loomian Legacy, but I just think a few of these things could be redesigned into something better. So don't take this as a hate video, it's just telling you what's bad. Alright, let's go to number 10. Number 10 is Wabalisk. This is a roaming for the Christmas events, and a lot of people might disagree with this, but it is hard finding 10 Loomians that are actually badly designed. Now the problem with Wabalisk is that it's just not cool. It's based off a Krampus thing with the horns and all that stuff, but I just think there could be some ice elements added to it, as it is an ice type. Like, you would not know if there was an ice type or not. It looks like a typeless type in my opinion, or a dark type. Its mouth is really wide like a puppet. It's kind of weird. I like how it's goofy and all that, but I just think it's just not cool enough, I guess. Its fingers are long sausages. It's not a bad design, but I just think it could be cooler with some ice elements to it. I don't really like the alpha version, to be honest. The green and the brown and the white just don't look that cool in my opinion. I really like the white and blue gamma though. I'm a big fan of white and blue gammas like Koala. Now for number 9. This one is the same issue as Wabalisk. It's just not cool enough. This is Nora Cat, a newly added Loomian in Atlantic City Living District, and it's based off music notes and all that stuff, but I just think it's not music enough. To me, it just looks like a basic cat. I feel like there could be music note additions to this Loomian. I know there are some in the ears and the tail I think, but it's just not as cool in my opinion. The alpha and gamma are pretty basic, being orange and green. They could definitely have two colours for the black marks on Nora Cat's body, because changing a Loomian to one colour is kind of boring. So these first two are not that bad, but could just be made cooler. Now for number 8 is Elephage. This one is okay with Loomian, but I just think it's a little rushed with the eyes. That's the only problem with it. I don't mind the rest of it, it looks pretty cool. But I just think it's weird. It's got quite a big head. It's not a bad design, I actually like it. It's more of a goofy roaming in my opinion. The gamma is very cool, the red and blue. The alpha is pretty basic. I mean, a lot of alphas are pretty basic in Loomian Legacy, but I definitely think that Elephage could be redesigned in the head a little bit. Number 7 is Snagulp. Snagulp is a pre-evolution of Snagoop, and is the evolution of Snaggle. It's not a bad design, but I just don't like its neck. Its neck is too long in my opinion, and it's got some weird scarf around it. And the shape of its head at the top is kind of weird as well. How it's like flat. Looks like a bad haircut in my opinion. It would look cooler if you just had a few strands of feathers at the top of its head. Or one big strand, I don't really know how that would look. And I don't like the long neck, I think it just could be a normal bird. The alpha and gamma are really cool. I don't know why the neck is yellow though for the alpha one. Kinda makes no sense there. It should just be cyan. Number 6, calf note female. Whenever people encounter calf notes in the Valley Ranch, you do stop and think and say, why'd I get another alpha calf note? Why couldn't it have just been a twilight? This thing looks very ugly. I don't know why, it's probably just a fur on its sides, and it's got a weird tiara on a cow. Like, you don't really see a tiara on a cow, do you? I definitely think the legs are a bit too chunky as well, and a bit lumpy. You could just change that to make it cleaner, and as we go on, these Loomians are going to get worse and worse. Gamma calf note could also be changed into something better. I don't think it's worse than the alpha, although it is better than male calf notes gamma, where Chumble literally looks like the normal version. Number 5 is Gunpod. Gunpod is an alright design Loomian, but I don't think it's super basic for the game. There aren't many other Loomians that are as basic as Gunpod. You've got the eyeballs, you've got the shell, and you've got the claws and the feet. That's all you've got. When you evolve Gunpod, it evolves into Venticine, which looks really cool. It's got a big geyser on it and there's a bunch of holes on it. But Gunpod is just really boring compared to that. I believe just one texture on Gunpod would make it better, instead of that plasticky, smooth texture. And I don't really like the balls on its legs, and the alpha and gamma do look really cool. Now for number 4, we've got Paratweet. This has already been redesigned, and I think the redesign looks almost as bad as the first design. I'll show you old Paratweet, and old Paratweet was the worst Loomian in the game. But Paratweet's new design, I just don't like it at all. I do like the top of its head, that's the only thing I like. But maybe the colours are too low for it. It is better than the normal Paratweet, but it's just not for me. The gamma does not do it justice either, it's just poo brown. I hate the gamma a lot. The alpha though, I like the alpha being the orange and blue. The old alpha parrot was just pink on its belly, so this is a way better alpha. But I just think it looks a bit weird. I do like the top of its head though, with like the sprouts. Everything else, I just don't like it. The new Twiddle looks really good, and the new Albatross looks slightly better than this, but I just think this version of the evolution line needs to be changed. Now we are going to the top 3 of the worst Loomians in the game, and number 3 is WikiWiki. I hate WikiWiki so much. It's probably my least favourite alpha in the game. Just looking at it, it's some brown greased up big chungus. I don't like it at all. Just look at the tree on its head on the left. You got lumps sticking out of the tree. It's like sticking out of its head, but it's not inside of its head, it's like at the front of its head. The leaves on it are low texture, and the whole concept of it is just a tree trunk with leaves around it and a mask. That's the whole concept of it. I don't really like it at all. The arms are like little potato stumps sticking out, and just the shape of it is just weird. It's got a really fat neck, doesn't it? And I hate the alpha so much. It's just the colour brown. It's like it's covered in mud. The Gamma is pretty cool though, being the blue and the purple. It's just a really ugly Loomian. And speaking of ugly Loomians, we're on to number 2, being Torpori. Torpori is Iglet's evolution, the middle evolution, and I just don't like it. I don't know what it is. I don't know what they were thinking when they made this. It's meant to be a bipedal griffin. The worst thing about it is probably the forehead. It's got 3 lines on it that look like veins. Why do you need 3 lines like that? I don't really know. It's better on the alpha and gamma at least. And sorry for the low quality images, but damn, this thing looks bad with the claws and the hands. Why are his feet so chunky? I don't really know. It's just an awkward Loomian. Now for our number 1 spot, it is the one and only Mars, the big boy koala himself, looking like a massive lump of dirt. I don't know why it's got a massive back like that. It's just really ugly. It's got a long bald head. It's got a flat long nose. I hate the shoulders and the arms. The alpha is just blue, and the blue nose blends in with the actual head itself, so it looks like it's got no nose. And the gamma version is pretty good. It's got red and white accents, and that's cool. I like YouTube colours. But yeah, it just looks ugly. It's a ball of mud with 4 legs and a head. Well, that is the video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please subscribe for more content. And remember, I don't hate the game and Loomian Legacy's designs, but I'm just telling you why these designs are bad compared to all the other Loomians. And on that note, bye.